Then there's registering with the Selective Service. If you're a young man turning 18, the law says you have to register. It'll keep you eligible for college loans, government jobs, and training, and it only takes 2 minutes, which makes it not only your most important chore, but the easiest. When you turn 18, register at sss.gov or the local post office.
Our son Arjun was born with cystic fibrosis. CF is a genetic disease that shortens lives. The CF Foundation has made amazing progress, but until a cure is found for all people with CF, we will not stop. Help us add tomorrows. Visit cff.org today.
Now, remember, Kobe, I'm going to be calling you to talk about the weather coming up Friday.
You'll be very popular.
The kids will love you. Just move it up early so they don't have school. Today is Tuesday, January 9th, 2024, Mr. Knickerbocker. How many 24s have you seen? You've seen a lot over these long time, haven't you? We call the meeting to order. Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Trustee Bush? Here. Trustee Frankie? Here. Trustee Jerish? Here. Trustee Schmidt?
Here.
Like the fifth or sixth time, right? I mean,
Yeah,
it's like Groundhog Day. Keep repeating. We do have a quorum tonight. We are missing a couple of trustees, but we do have a quorum, so we appreciate everyone being here. There is no invocation tonight, so we'll do the Pledge of Allegiance. Everyone, please stand. The flag is to my right. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Please be seated. We move on now to the approval of the minutes of, God, I think how long ago that was, December 12th, 2023. So a lot of those, too. Do,
10 years.
yeah. Do I have a motion?
Or,
To approve.
Approve the minutes.
oh,
So
that's
moved.
right, Chris isn't here. She said the motion.
Who's that? Trustee Jerish
Second.
made the
Yes.
motion, second by
We're all
Trustee
screwed
Bush.
up,
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And we let the record show unanimous approval. Now, Mayor and Board of Trustees report. We got a few items tonight to go through. We got a couple of swearing-ins we're looking forward to doing, but a couple items before that I'd like to go through. First off, Kobe, did it stop snowing?
No, not,
It's still coming down?
that's flurrying now.
Not as bad as before.
No, not even close.
Okay, first off, I know it's really the first time we got really winter hitting, but we're hearing another potential storm this weekend.
Yeah, according to the weather service that we subscribe to, they're saying that on Friday, this is the updated right here, 9.34 inches on Friday, 3.7 on Saturday, and 2.1 on Sunday. So if you add that up, that's about 14 or 15 inches, so
So it'll be a pretty good size
should
storm.
be a
for
fun
us.
weekend.
Well, yeah. Good news is for everyone with work and school, it's the weekend.
Right.
The bad news, your guys got to work the weekends, but good news is they get extra pay on weekends. So it's actually good for everyone. So, and we're all set, right? We got plenty of salt,
Plenty.
of beet juice thing. And I saw that your guys were on the TV the other night.
Yeah, Channel 7 contacted us, and for whatever reason, they picked us out, and I think maybe it's on the way or whatever, I don't know. But
Well, I think because you got such a nice big garage
They
now,
do love that,
It's
yeah.
warm, and the trucks look very impressive lined up down the
Yeah, they did.
aisle with the thing. So,
that was fun.
well,
The
thank
guys
you for the
enjoyed it.
update. And as usual, let people know they can't park on the street until the snow's completely plowed away and stops snowing.
Correct.
Right? Okay. Well, we know you do a good job as always, Kobe, and you knew it had to come sooner or later. Okay. Also, a few items. Happy New Year to everyone. First time we're together in the new year. And we all were talking a little earlier, the board and stuff. It's going to be a unique year, we think, coming up. Kind of interesting year. Right, Trustee Schmidt was saying? So who knows? But a few things real quick that's been going on. We had an opportunity to meet with Dr. Rowe, the new superintendent, District 214, working together on some innovation and projects together that we should be announcing hopefully in February. And we're looking forward to that partnership with 214 we've had for so many years. Also, Mr. Rowan and I had a chance to go to Stern Pinball and see their new updated place. Remember, Stern relocated the new headquarters at the corner of Landmeyer and Bussey. And they want us to come out and take a look at it, and beautiful what they've done. That place is just a big vacant warehouse, and the electronics, the air compressors, the really impressive, the investment they made. And we worked with them. They got some TIF assistants and stuff, and they really did a great job turning that place around. And the exterior coloring, rendition, the aesthetic looks will be done this spring, early summer, we're hoping, and looking forward to that. So we're glad to do that. And show our business work. Mike from Microphone Brewery, Mike Palin came by and visited with us actually just last week, and he's looking to do a fundraiser again for the village. So, no, probably in the fall. We told him to avoid Oktoberfest, Frankie Fest. He said he would, but he's looking September, October. And do it on the street again this year. in front of his place. Yeah, so we need to think of a good, well, I'm thinking of the pantry. Might be a good way to start us off. So if you're good with that, that'd be a great way to help fund that. So make me a note so I don't forget that. We'll do that. So I'll let Mike know that. And it's funny because when we visit Stern Pinball, Gary Stern was talking about how he does his events at Microphone Brewery. He's got some pinball machines over there, and he does events at his room there. So it shows how local businesses are working together for the benefit of both. So that worked out well. Also, back in December 16th, Chief, we did our wreaths across America, and we had the biggest turnout for that. We've had 125 people, and it was pouring rain that entire time, cold, damp, but what a great turnout. Like I say, the biggest turnout we've had. So it's really going well. I thanks Jane for a great job again as usual, and it was well attended, well respected, and that was nice. Also, speaking of police officers, I know we have firemen coming in today, but our police officers, today is National Law Enforcement Day, and that's a day we recognize and appreciate the work that our law enforcement do. We should appreciate every day the work they do. And I told you before, we back the Blue 1,000% in Elk Grove. We back our firefighters 1,000%. Public Works guys going on. All the other departments. We got great people working for this village. But remember, those people that really put their lives on the line for us, the police, the fire, and the rest, we thank you. Every day is your day here in Elk Grove Village, and we appreciate it. Also, speaking of police officers, we had almost 30 candidates submit applications for a new chief job. That's impressive. And we had them from as far away as Texas. That tells you a lot because, remember, we have a residency requirement for our top people. So not only commit to the job, they commit to be part of this community. And to have that many people turn out was really a good feeling. Our hope is going through the process. I'll make a recommendation to the board for their approval, hopefully sometime in March, no later than April, and we'll have a new chief. Director Michael has done a great job, a lot of work. We've had a lot of unusual things come up, timing on that, but you've done a nice job, and Nate's done a great job with the fire department. So a few more months. We appreciate it, but you've done a good job on that, and look forward to that. Also, the new vacancy rates for the industrial park, business park came out. It's 1.39%, about 1/3. That's the end of December of 23. The December of 22, we're at 1.5%, so it's actually less than it was a year ago. But it shows how our business park is just booming. Remember, we have almost 65 million square feet in that business park. That's the biggest in North America. We got the biggest business park in North America. You can't beat that. And to be that filled up and doing that well really speaks volumes for how well the village is doing. Talk to Kobe on that. Oh, next one, Claremont Bridge. Claremont Bridge is now closed. They'll be dismantled starting this week, I believe, right? Next week. It's going to be dismantled, even the cold weather.
Yes, weather permitting.
Yeah. The old days, you could have walked down the creek doing it. It would have froze. It doesn't freeze anymore, but it used to freeze. So weather permitting, they'll start dismantling the bridge. We hope they have the new one in by April.
So they'll start erecting the bridge sometime in March,
Okay.
late March-ish. But then there's a lot of other work because after the structure goes in, then they have to pour the deck, and we're not going to pour the deck until the weather is better because
So-
the deck's going to be made out of concrete.
So maybe May or June they pour
So it
it.
won't be back up until probably the end of May.
Okay, so hopefully by time summer.
Yes.
By
summer.
Memorial Day is our goal.
Yep.
Okay, so we're looking for that. That's been a long time coming, that project. And again, it'll give a little alleviation with flood mitigation, last part of that big flood project with the Bussey Dam, and going well. Also, an update on the Arlington Heights Road, Higgins Road shopping center residential development coming, the new development. On the agenda tonight, we will be approving the Plan Commission's recommendation for the plan that's being proposed to us. And then at our next meeting, January 23rd, we will be voting on the redevelopment agreement with Wingspan. So it's ready to go. All the businesses, 7 Mile Cycle, the bike shop, Vince, Jerish Bakery, Vinny's Pizza, Tensuki, VV Nails, and Subway all are staying and going to the new development. Remember, the old shopping center will keep running while they build the new one along Higgins, where we took down Rose Garden, the gas station. They'll build that first. They'll hopefully break ground this spring, hope is, and be done about a year to year and a half. Good weather, quicker. Tough weather, might take a little longer. So that'll get done. Then when that's done, they'll tear down the old shopping center, tends to move it in new locations, and they'll build the housing component. The row homes along the back and the apartments in the front part there. So it's coming along. It's finally getting there. It takes time. We're learning a lot on this process, right, Mr. Rohn? And so we're getting there, and we're excited about that to be done. Next item to talk about is JAWA. JAWA stands for the Joint Action Water Agency. That is the group of towns we're part of that brings Lake Michigan water to Elk Grove Village. You remember that project was done about 40 years ago in the 80s. It was completed. One of the first towns this far out that brought Lake Michigan water. For us old timers, I see Mr. Goth out there, myself, we can remember days we had water days, non-water days, worried about the water pressure and all that. We lived just down wells, and the water kept getting lower and lower with the use. So Mayor Zedek worked very hard, was the lead person on this to get it built. JAWA was made up of the towns of Schaumburg, Hoffman Estates, Streamwood, Elk Grove, of course, Hanover Park, Mount Prospect, and Rolling Meadows. There's 7 of us in it. We're talking tonight about giving you a heads up. Back in December, by I-90? 190 and Manheim Road, they noticed some water puddling on the ground. A little more investigation found that there's a leak coming up from that area. We run a 90-inch, literally a 90-inch big main water line from Chicago's connection out to our towns. And then we spur off it. And it goes along the tollway, the line. The water could be coming from our line, or there's 2 smaller Chicago lines that run along there. They're not sure which one. So what's going to happen is we're going to have to get it fixed. IDOT, who oversees the area, wants to make sure it's not going to get worse because that could undermine the land under roads, the tollway, other areas over there. So we need to get that fixed. We can't wait. So in early February, they're going to open up the ground to see what's going on. We can't tell from exterior. We have to actually open the earth up and look and see what's going on. We'll have any parts with us by that point to fix it. 3 things can happen. 1, it could be a Chicago line. If there's a Chicago line, nothing happens to our communities. The water keeps going, everything's fine. It could be our line leaking. One option is it could be minor enough that we actually put a sleeve over it and it's fixed. The other thing is we have to drain our pipe out and go inside the pipe to repair the damage. If we have to do the last option, that means we'll be without our connection for water from Lake Michigan for at least 7 days. However, to our management team, going way back even before Matt was part of it, we've always kept our village operational for a backup system, not only for our residents, but with the biggest business park in North America and the millions of gallons of water they use there, we have to make sure we've got water available. So we've got 2 things going. 1, we have water connects with other towns. We go through Schaumburg to handle the west side of the village. The east side of the village is handled by Wooddale and Arlington Heights. We test these connections all the time to make sure they're operational, they can handle flow. So what happens if we have to shut off water, we'd use the interconnects to provide us water. We test our water so it meets EPA requirements, so we know it's going to be good. If that happens, you'll never notice a difference. It's Lake Michigan water, where Schaumburg gets from, Wooddale, and Arlington Heights. Same thing we got now. If there's a shortfall, or if for some reason a connection fails, we've never run them for 7 straight days or 6 straight days. If something happens, we still have a fully operational well system. And trust me, over 31 years in office, I used to question, because we've literally spent, in the last 31 years, millions of dollars keeping it updated, strong, testing it, and all the rest. And so there's many times I'm sitting going, why do we keep doing this? It never happens. Well, now we see why. We can't tell this community to go without water for 7 days. So our wells can work. Our storage capacity in our wells is about 7 million gallons. In the wintertime, we use about 4.5 million gallons a day. Summer sometimes higher, winter a little less. So we have about a day and a half of water storage. Obviously not enough. Our wells will work and pump and fill back up. We're telling you this early because if we go to well water, you will notice a smell and a taste difference. My dad, as I was growing up as a kid, lived all his life in Chicago until he came out to Elk Grove. One thing he always used to say, we're the most blessed people because Lake Michigan water is the best water in the world. He said that. And it is. I mean, it's clear, it tastes good, smells good, all this. The water we're going to get back, if we need to for that short period of time, will be the old well water we used, which was we're not used to anymore. Russ back then, I probably remember a little bit of it back in our 60 years ago when we were kids, but so that would happen. The water is completely safe, 100% drinkable, usable, nothing to worry about. We tested it. We still test it. We test it all the time. So the EPA watches it. So we're good. Not every town's as great shape as us, but we are well prepared. And I give kudos to our forefathers for keeping that going. We're telling you this today just to prepare you. I don't want people calling, 500 people calling me at home if we have to switch over. Yeah, well, why don't you give it a heads up, Mayor? Why don't you tell us? We're telling you this now. All the other towns will be letting their communities know also. Remember, there's 7 of us. That's what, about 250,000 people or so, I think, in Joe? Oh, 500,000. So there's 500,000 residents. We got 5,500 businesses on top of that, and all the other towns, Schaumburg, all that, have businesses. So this impacts a lot of people, a lot of businesses. So we'll keep you updated if necessary. You may never hear us say anything again. It may go smooth. You never notice it. But check our websites. If something changes, something happens, we'll put notice on our website. We'll do email blasts. If necessary, we do a phone blast. We'll make sure everyone's updated on this. But we'll let you know early. Kobe? Yeah, social media, every way we got, we'll let you know if something goes on. So we'll keep you, newspapers. Tom's here, we'll keep the press. Everyone know, because it's not going to be just us. It's going to be a big segment of northwest suburbs. So, but we want to give you a heads up in advance. Hope is it works just like we planned. No harm, no foul. We get it fixed, we moved on. Trust me, it's not that bad of a leak. Because remember, this is a 90-inch main pressurized. It'd be like a geyser going off if it was real bad. Correct? We'd see it from our house in Elk Grove. That's how bad it'd be. So that. Last thing tonight I want to talk about. And we were talking earlier about this, the board and all this. It really bothers us to have to discuss this again as we did about a month or so ago. And this is talking about the migrant issue that's going on. Villages, local governments were never designed, local governments were never set up, local governments don't have the resources to handle what's going on here in this country when it comes to migrants. As I said before, my mom's family all came from Scotland and Ireland, my dad's family from Sweden and Denmark. They came through. I mentioned this last time we talked. We had a process that worked for 200 years. What's happened over the past 30, 40 years, God knows. But it worked. All my relatives went through Ellis Island. My name was Johansson until they went through Ellis Island, then named Johansson. Johnson. Done. That's what happened. True story. But it was a system that worked. What's going on now is ridiculous. This federal government, I don't care if you're Republican, Democrat, Independent, you should all be ashamed of themselves. To let a problem like this go on for as long as it has, as bad as it's gotten, is ridiculous. That now local communities of 33,000 people have to be dealing with federal migration issues is not right, to say the least. Understand this, as an elected board up here, we have a legal obligation. We swear an oath to protect the health, safety, and welfare of this community. And we all take this with the utmost seriousness of it. And we will do that. We will do it. You remember back in November, we passed 2 laws, one addressing people coming to our hotels. They're required to have a certificate from a board certified
The special disease board
special
certified.
special disease board
Infectious
certified
disease.
person. And we made sure we put protection in place for our vacant locations, whether factories, stores, businesses, buildings, houses, schools, whatever. This is all done because of things we saw going on in the city of Chicago. Again, most of us in this room, in this village, are migrants ourselves. Please, migrants are human beings, just like everyone else. Whether they came in this country illegally or not, they're still human beings. I think what's going on is a travesty for them. They may be misled, misguided, whatever. But my first priority is my residents of this village, our residents of this village. I know people talk about sanctuary city, sanctuary village, all that. We don't get involved in that stuff. We don't get involved. We're not a sanctuary village. We don't get involved. That's not something we should have to deal with. That's something the federal government should handle. So we're not part of this. We're just doing what we need to do to protect the health, safety, welfare of this community. So, again, this is ridiculous, but what's going on is becoming dangerous. We're literally talking about millions of people coming into this country with no resources to be here. Imagine what's going to happen on Monday when COVID retires. It's going to be single-digit highs, lows going down to 10 below zero. And you got people coming here with sandals, blankets, and flip-flops, or, shirts and coats, summer coats. And hey, go out in the street and good luck. It's going to be bad. We got to stop it. Since the federal government's not taking control, we have to once again take further control. So we don't have to, but we will. Since last mid-December, on 2 occasions now, buses have been brought to Elk Grove Village. As you notice, most of the time the buses are going to communities that have train stations. I think almost all the time they go to communities with train stations. The first bus that came here back in December actually dropped off a group of migrants at Love's Fueling Station. No train around there, no bus station there. They dropped off Love's Fueling Station at 12:15 in the morning. Weather was cold, but not what we got coming, but it was cold. We were able to, actually a group of the migrants walked to O'Hare Airport. They left Elk Grove and at middle of the night walked over to O'Hare because there's a large number of migrants staying at O'Hare Airport. They walked there. Some people say, well, they walked from Venezuela or Honduras up to Mexico. I guess that's not a bad walk. But they actually literally walked there. We were trying to arrange a bus service to get them down to Chicago. We were told by Chicago they'd accept them, but if you brought them on a bus, they confiscate our bus. So we were fortunate that they were all picked up, and by 8 o'clock that morning they were gone. We hoped this is a one-time situation. Well, anyone that followed the news last week, Palatine had a busload come to Palatine. Now they have a bus or train station. Palatine did not allow them to disembark, so they were going to bring them down to Chicago. Well, the bus driver, who had a Palatine escort, got to Elmhurst Road. He got off at Elmhurst Road and came to drop them off in Elk Grove again. Our police met him, told him that they were not going to leave the bus, get off the bus, go to Elk Grove. They had to move on. The police followed them, took them down. They went down to town in DuPage County. I don't need to say where. We're at a train station. They went and boarded, but our police followed them down there, and then they moved on. Because of that, and because we've been working, unfortunately, Mr. Knickerbocker, after the Love's Fueling Station drop-off, I've been talking to almost daily, more than daily, including holidays, and making sure we do everything we can to protect this community. We're now going tonight, I'm going to issue an executive order that I'll be signing after we're done with the meeting, Executive Order 2024-001. The executive order is such that, as you've seen other towns doing, buses have to follow a certain procedure if they want to come to our community. There's an application they have to fill out, and we'll let them know if they would be allowed to come. I'm telling you now, they're not going to be allowed to come, but we're going to give them the opportunity to fill out the application. If they come without the application filled out, upon coming into the community, the bus driver will be arrested immediately. The bus will be impounded immediately. Fines will be levied at no less than $1,000, no more than $10,000. And it will be handled through our adjudication system here in Elk Grove Village. So I know it's a little stronger. It's a little stronger than what other towns have done and stuff like this, but we take this very seriously. This problem needs to be fixed, and needs to be fixed yesterday. But we will not allow this village to be at any kind of risk by any means at all. So for the press that's here, there's some requirements that will be part of the application process, and I'll explain in more detail the penalties and all that goes on. But again, this board stands unified here for all the residents here in this community, that we will watch out for you. We will do everything and anything we have to protect this community, and we will not allow anything to happen to put it at any kind of risk. That we can promise you, no question about it. Again, we thought this was kind of finished here in the village. Obviously, to our chagrin, it's not. Again, I know we didn't have an invocation today. We all say a lot of prayers that we get this stuff fixed soon. Because I'm telling you, it makes me nervous what's going on. And I tell people, revolutions still happen. I'm an old history teacher. Revolutions still happen. And you can only push people so far. We need to fix this country fast. And it makes me sick to see what's going on. And I'm talking from a father, and I'm a grandfather with the 10th coming. So we got to get this resolved. But we'll make sure this community is protected the best we can. Mr. Knickerbocker will continue to keep working with us, and we'll make sure we go through. I appreciate the board working on this, and I'm sorry we have to start the new year this way. But we're not going to sit by and let things idly happen. So with that complete, we've got some swearing in, so we'll move on to some good things, Mr. Knickerbocker.
This is good.
So hang in there. And again, George, you did a great job.
Thanks.
Again, I know it's a lot of work, and I bother you a lot, but you've come through very nicely. I appreciate it. A real lot. Now, Mr. Nathan Gack, our acting fire chief, we're just asking him, this is the first time we're swearing in some new firefighters in his position as acting chief. So I know Rich is watching his time frame. He's got a little clock on how long he talks, and so we'll see what happens. So is this, yep, on, Nathan, if you want to.
Thank you, Mayor. I wanted to thank the mayor and the board for the ability to fill these positions. We'll be swearing in 2 firefighters tonight. And also I want to thank you for the resources that you've given us that make this an extremely attractive place for people to come work. I believe that these 2 firefighters make 13 of the last 15 that we have grabbed with experience from someplace else. And that it shows the quality of place that it is for us to work. So we have 2 firefighters that we'll be swearing in. We're going to start with Leo Ibarra. Leo, come on down. Leo is a Marine Corps veteran. He comes from a close family of 4 people. He has 3 years of experience as a firefighter, and he recently obtained his paramedic license. Leo is the 2nd firefighter in his family. I believe your brother is a firefighter as well. And he's very excited to join the Elk Grove Village Fire Department, and we are excited for him to join our team.
Raise your right hand, repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Leonardo Barra,
Have been appointed to the position of
have been appointed to the position of
firefighter
firefighter
in the village of Elk Grove Village
in the village of Elk Grove Village
in the counties of Cook and DuPage.
in the counties of Cook and DuPage.
Do solemnly swear.
Do solemnly swear
I support the Constitution of the United States,
I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and I'll faithfully discharge
and I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office of
duties of the office of
firefighter,
firefighter.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, way to go. Come on up here. Come here, come here, come here. Who do you have here tonight?
I have my family, my mom, my brother, and my dad, and my girlfriend.
Oh, well, welcome, we appreciate it. So, did you say what town he came from?
From McHenry.
McKinney? Okay. So more rural out there. We're lucky you're here tonight because McHenry's getting about a foot of snow right now.
They are.
We only got about 5 or 6.
They are.
So you're in good shape on that. So, well, we congratulate you. What made you want to become a fireman?
Well, ever since I was in the Marines, I wanted to continue on that service and to the community and to the people of where I would live. And I saw Elk Grove, and it was a great opportunity.
Well, we're glad you came here. Appreciate it. What school, what college did you go to?
I went to MCC.
Pardon me?
Which school?
MCC, McHenry County College.
Fighting Scots?
Yes.
Holy cow!
I have a book.
There's no way McHenry Community College is in that book. Sure. Is it?
It is.
Oh, I'm impressed. You still can't come next meeting, but I'm still impressed.
Thank you.
That's,
The one after that you can come back.
wow.
You're impressed that
Way to
a
go.
lawyer is sneaky.
Someone gave him a tip?
Nope.
No. I'm impressed, George. Okay, we have kind of a thing here. Whenever we swear someone in, we ask what college you went to. And then Mr. Knickerbocker tries to name the mascot.
Wow.
And, you know, he was cheating for a while, but we caught that. He doesn't do it more. So for Christmas one year, I gave him a book of every mascot for every college in this country. And he read them all. He's been studying them and learning them.
About 12,000. It's difficult.
Yeah, but I'm just telling you, this one truly, that's impressive. So, well, we're glad you're here in Oak Grove, glad you got family here. So, we give out, see our logo up there, we actually have dark chocolate, my heart doctor lets me have dark chocolate with the logo on it. So he's gonna have a lot of them, he's got his hat, he knows. So, we'll put a bunch of them in the hat for you. You can share them.
Thank you.
Thank God it's not someone because he'd be sweating the chocolate melting. But he's good, but welcome to Oak Grove, we're glad you're here.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
The second firefighter we'll be swearing in is Logan Haslow. Logan, come on up. Logan grew up in Palatine, and he brings 2 years of firefighting experience, starting with Elk Grove Township and before transitioning over to the Long Grove Fire Protection District. Logan recently graduated from the Northwest Community Hospital EMS system, and he has a bachelor's degree in geography. We're excited to welcome Logan to the village.
Logan, congratulations.
Thank you.
Raise your right hand, repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Logan Haslow,
Have been appointed to the position of
have been appointed to the position of
firefighter
firefighter
in the village of Elk Grove Village
in the village of Elk Grove Village
and the counties of Cook and DuPage.
in the counties of Cook and DuPage.
Do solemnly swear.
Do solemnly swear.
I support the Constitution of the United States,
I support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and I will faithfully discharge
and faithfully discharge
the duties of the office of
and the duties of the office of
firefighter,
firefighter.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. Come on up here, Logan. Come on. Okay, degree in geography. What school?
The University of Arizona.
Oh, that's easy.
Yeah, the Wildcats.
Very good, very good. Well, the weather difference from Arizona to, because Arizona's in Tucson, right?
Correct.
ASU's in Phoenix.
Correct.
Mesa, actually. Okay, so what made you want to become a fireman?
I've always wanted the extra sense of community that the fire department brings together. I think it's a job that you really don't see anywhere else, that really brings in a great band of people together.
Okay. Well, you're all brothers too when you're working together.
Yeah.
And, you know, sisters, brothers. So, well, that's great. What made you pick Elk Grove?
It was just a wonderful community. Obviously, I worked very close with them at my previous experience with Township, and I was always very impressed with how the people of Elk Grove always carried themselves, and I thought that's something I want to do.
That's great. So who do you have here tonight? All taking pictures up there and everything.
Yeah. So that's my my family, my mom, my dad, my girlfriend, and yeah.
That's great. So, and look at all the ones already turned out to support you, help you. So, you see, we truly treat each other as family here. I'm not joking. We treat each other as family here when you work in the village. We are. We help you every way possible. Whether you're a firefighter, policeman, Public Works, management, whatever, we are one family. So we always have each other's back, always there to help each other, we support each other, and, like I said today, in this village, we back our policemen, our firemen, our Public Works, our management people, everyone 1,000%. We've got great people, and we're very fortunate to have people. You're adding out that legacy, so I thank you for picking out Grove. So let me have your hat. Put that in there, so there's plenty for all of you. And then I'm gonna make the acting fire chief, Nathan, make sure, I'll go do it. Go have a seat, and guys, thank you, welcome. Thank you. If you guys wanna go, I can go. Now, normally they make your parents take you to Dairy Queen, but it's closed. So I'll let them dad, you take somewhere else. So, thank you very much for being here.
Palatine Township Fire Department?
No, Elk Grove Township. Logan has a work for Elk Grove Township, and then Long Grove Fire Township. He worked
FD.
only for a few.
I was gonna say, that just happened. A Dalmatian. Bulldog.
Since Jen got all the names right tonight, she was the last.
Who's the saint of the firefighters?
It's not St. Joseph, is it? St. Florian.
Okay. Now, George, don't you wonder a little bit why you come from Arizona to Elk Grove tonight?
It's probably warmer in Arizona, I would think. It's just a thought.
Okay, we're on trustees report. See, that makes me feel better now. Doing that,
Good.
seeing these young people coming in, that's good. Trustee Bush.
No report.
Oh.
But I got one for the youth committee, though.
Okay.
Sorry about that way. I will talk to them.
He's gonna wait till the youth committee to do it.
Yeah.
Trustee Jeffrey Charles Frankie.
Well, if he doesn't say anything, neither am I.
No report.
No report.
Trustee Schmidt.
I have a short report to follow up on the snow situation tonight. This is our first big snow, and this is a time where I know everybody's busy, law enforcement, fire, public works. So some driving tips, please slow down. This is the first snowstorm. People have to adjust, and this is when most accidents occur because people don't adjust to the winter driving conditions. So don't drive in this bad weather. I know we're going to have another bad storm coming over the weekend, so take that into account if you have to travel. Give yourself plenty of extra time. Slow down, increase the distance between your vehicle and other vehicles so you have plenty of time to stop. Watch out for the black ice that can develop, and when you're approaching intersections and ramps and bridges, be very careful, especially if you're going to turn. Just driving here tonight, I almost got hit twice for people coming up to an intersection, and I'm waiting at the intersection, and they're coming to turn, and they're going too fast, and then they hit the brakes, and then they're sliding. So make sure you slow down before you make your right-hand turns and left-hand turns. Don't crowd the plow. Give the plow drivers plenty of room when they're plowing so you can get the road conditions. Don't try to pass them up because the road conditions are usually better behind the plow than they are in front of the plow. And if you're going to be traveling, have an emergency kit with jumper cables, flares, reflectors, windshield washer fluid, ice scrapers, traction material, blankets, non-perishable foods, and a first aid kit. Always wear your seatbelt and put the phones down. You got to really concentrate on your driving and put the phones down and not only watch where you're driving, but watch the cars around you and see what they're doing, and be more of a defensive type driver in this weather. And again, give distance to any cars that are pulled over, any plows, fire vehicles, police vehicles, or anybody disabled in the roadway. Pull over away from them and give them the room that they need. So just be careful out there, and we'll get through this winter season again. And that concludes my report.
Thank you. And remember, this is an El Nino year. You notice how nice it is. Warm, beautiful. Yeah. Trustee Jerish.
I just want to report that I attended and volunteered at our pad site on New Year's Eve. It was a great experience. We've been seeing somewhere between 12 and 19 participants or guests come to the pads, and the volunteers are doing a great job over there. I also want to report for Trustee Prochnow that the Winters Farmers Market is open every other Saturday through spring at Christus Victor from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. The next market will be Saturday the 20th, and please come out to show your support. And that concludes my report.
Thank you. We'll now move on to accounts payable warrant. We have two of them tonight. We have December 31st, 2023. This is Mr. Knickerbocker's Christmas bonus.
All right.
Do I have a motion?
I make a motion that we pay the accounts payable warrant for December 31st, 2023 for $16,123,630 and Mr. Knickerbocker's 52 cents.
Perfect.
I second.
Oh,
Okay. Jen, can you call the roll, please?
Trustee
52 cents.
Jerish?
Aye.
Trustee Schmidt?
Aye.
Trustee Frankie?
Aye.
Trustee Bush?
Aye.
Motion passes 4-0. Good call, Mr. Frankie. And we have January 9th, 2024.
I make a motion we pay the accounts payable warrant for January 9th, 2024 for $619,675.12.
Second.
We have a motion by Trustee Frankie, second by Trustee Bush. And without objection, record the vote is please demonstrated 4-0. And now we move on to consent agenda items. And tonight we have consent agenda items. A is in Albuquerque through I is in Iroquois.
wow. Very indigenous.
See, it's not spelled E-A-R.
No.
You know, it sounds like Iroquois. It's Iroquois with an I.
Yes.
Thank you for that. And
Then
it's,
it makes up for xylophone.
yeah, not quite, but
No,
it's
I don't
close.
think you'll ever make up for that.
Again, on there, the big thing on that tonight is the agreement with Plant Commission for the new shopping center residential area at Higgins, Arlington. So I need a motion.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion by Trustee Bush, second by Trustee Schmidt. Any questions, comments for board members? Anybody here tonight wants to talk about the consent agenda items? Seeing none, hearing none, we'll record the vote as previously demonstrated. 4-0. Regular agenda, Mr. Roan?
There is one item under the regular agenda. Item A is consideration to adopt ordinance 3845. And this is for the proposed development at Arlington and Higgins.
Okay.
This
Do we
was
have to have
discussed. This was discussed at the last meeting.
All right, do we have to have you prepare necessary documents, right?
I believe this is the documents he prepared
So we're good?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't that have been on the consent agenda?
because somebody has to abstain.
Oh! So we
We
have
have to
enough votes still?
You need to vote.
Yeah, you'll need to vote.
Oh, where's Nick? Ah,
Oh,
good position. Okay, so because Trustee Jerish, obviously Jerish Bakery's over location, she needs to abstain from voting on this issue. So that's why we've now removed it. It would have been on consent agenda, but we're going to put it here so she can excuse herself. So I need a motion to approve.
So moved.
We need a second.
Second.
Okay, a motion by Trustee Frankie, second by Trustee Schmidt. Jen, can you call the roll, please?
Trustee Schmidt?
Aye.
Trustee Bush?
Aye.
Trustee Frankie?
Aye.
Mayor Johnson?
Where's Nick? Aye. Proud of the aye. Motion passes 4-0 to 1 abstention.
the record should show the abstention. I didn't-
Right, that's what I said.
Okay.
Passed 4-0 to 1 abstention.
And I
Okay, Jen?
abstained.
Right, you're abstaining.
Right.
So make sure the record shows 4 ayes, 0 nays, and 1 abstention.
Yep.
Thank you. Plan Commission, Mr. Roan?
We have no items under Plan Commission tonight, and also no items under Zoning Board of Appeals.
Very good. Recycling Waste Committee, Trustee Jeffrey Charles Flinky.
I do have two items. One is about recycling Christmas trees. Actually, it started yesterday and it's going till Friday on your normal garbage pickup day. If you still have your trees left out or over and you haven't recycled them yet, put them out. They'll pick them up during the week, hopefully, with the snow problems. If not, they'll work something out. But just put them out with your trash. And that is just this week. Also, we are collecting old, broken, or even if you don't use Christmas lights. We'll be accepting those all the way through April 30th. So if you have broken strings or anything, don't throw them in the garbage. They can be recycled. So, or if you have old ones, just bring them in. You can bring them into the community development office from 8:30, I believe, till 4:30 or 5, Monday through Friday. So recycle those lights. They tear them apart and reuse them. So just don't throw them in the trash. That's all I have.
Very good. Judiciary, Planning, Zoning, Trustee Proctor's not here. Anybody have any reports? Seeing none, hearing none. Capital Improvements Committee, Trustee Schmidt.
Yes, we'll be meeting, set up a date sometime later this month to discuss the capital improvements for this upcoming year. And that concludes my report.
Thank you. Cable Television Committee, Trustee Jerish.
No report.
Youth Committee, Trustee Joseph Bush.
Yeah, Youth Committee will be having or offering a scholarship. There are 7 $1,000 awards, and that's a combination between Elk Grove Village as well as the Village Parks Foundation. The application for that is due Friday, April 8th, excuse me, and the winners will be notified by May 6th. So a good opportunity to earn some money for college.
Thank
That
you.
concludes my report.
Eve-
I mean, I think there's, 25 or so high school kids here today that are all going to apply because of that.
At the last minute.
Information Committee, Trustee Miller's not here. Anybody have a report?
Yes, she asked me to remind everyone that Coffee with the Board is February 3rd, Saturday, February 3rd at 9 o'clock.
Very good. Yes, and we have good bakery goods. We have orange juice. We have coffee, water. You know, we talked last time. We may have to find another location. 'Cause remember, we are so full, we were trying to put extra chairs and stuff. So,
So we're kicking around maybe a different format somehow to.
That's my idea. We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
okay. Well, let's think about that then. Oh,
It's just you on the rooftop, and we need to.
going from the ground? You have
Just like-
slingshots?
Just like cops on a
Slingshot?
roof for donuts, you have the donuts up there throwing them down to the residents.
Yeah, I'll eat them all. Okay, Business Leader Forum, Trustee Schmidt.
No report.
Health and Community Services, Trustee Proctor. Anybody have a report for her?
Yes, the first community blood drive of 2024 will be held Saturday, February 3rd, also same day as the coffee. So you can give blood first and then go to the coffee, or vice versa. 8 a.m. till 1 p.m., rooms A, B, and C. Residents can make an appointment by calling 877-258-4825 or by visiting Vitalent.org, and more details about our community blood drives are available on the village website, elkgrove.org/blood drive.
Okay, thank you. Personnel Committee, Trustee Schmidt.
No report.
Airport update, none of this time. We haven't heard anything further yet, Maggie, on anything? And Andrew's still watching? Okay. Parade Committee, our first meeting will be the first Monday in February, which would make it, I'm not sure. Yeah, 9th, 8th, 7th, 6th, 5th, yeah, probably the 5th.
Third's a Saturday.
Oh, yeah, so the 5th, yep.
would be-
Okay.
How many balloons we can get?
I don't know, we gotta work on it. We do have the Elk Grove High School Marching Band, though. We gotta get Conan in there now.
Less kids to hold the balloon. Then.
Midsummer Classic Concert Series update, Mr. Knickerbocker. It's been a whole month. We just announced not long ago. I'm gonna make it easy. We're gonna start at the beginning. Who's gonna kick off the iconic band on the 4th of July?
That would be the Beach Boys.
The Beach Boys. And then our first concert at the Town Center. Country Woman Center.
Martina McBride.
You said you've seen her in concert,
I have.
so you know.
Yes.
Our third concert, which will be the Rotary Club at Rotary Fest that Thursday on Rotary Green.
Neon Days? Neon something. Trees. Thank you. Days, trees that ends in an
Close, you're
S.
doing
Thank you
fine.
very much. Thank you.
Okay.
Neon shrubberies.
Since you didn't get quite right, we don't want you here next meeting.
Okay.
The fourth concert, which will be here at the Town Center.
Four Tops?
Very good.
I heard them in concert too.
You saw 'em in concert, did you?
Yeah, 60 years ago, but
that's
I
good.
still saw them.
Last but not least, our last concert here, I think it'll be July 30th at the Town Center. Our repeat performance voted by the residents, #1 band would be
The ever-present Brett Michaels.
George. I'm very impressed. Nice job.
Thank you.
You're doing a good job. Why don't you take 3 weeks off?
Okay.
Done. Special Events Committee, I think Trustee Brock's not here. I think our next special event will be Memorial Day. Yes. Which will be coming up in, believe it or not, just a few months. Liquor Commissioner report. Now what we all been waiting for, report from our beloved village manager, Mr. Matthew Roan.
I do not have a report, but Trustee Prochnow would ask that everybody help their neighbors and shovel sidewalks. So,
Somebody's gotta bring it
on
up.
behalf of Trustee Prochnow, I'll make that statement.
Okay. And more importantly, do you have hot water tonight?
I believe so.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Young man was in need of a hot water heater.
Yes, he was.
So it was either that or Mr. Knickerbocker would blow on the water and the pipes to warm them up because lawyers have a lot of hot air, so it would work out very well. Report from our village clerk.
No report.
No report? Nothing? Okay. Now, let me ask you. We have primary elections coming up. Are we an early voting site?
Yes, we are.
Yay! So that's good news. Unfinished business, Mr. Knickerbocker, let me look as usual. Holy cow, wait a minute. You do have something today.
Oh, what is that?
Did you know that was there?
It's an old Spanish tradition.
Why do we start the new year? Okay. Any board member have any new business items tonight before we go to the public? Okay, we do have one gentleman who wishes to address the board tonight. Sir, did, I got on my glasses.
Mr. Rob Brahms? Yes.
Bob, Mr. Brahms, come on up, please. Thank you. I didn't have my glasses, I apologize.
Would you like mine? Thank you for the opportunity to address.
Hang on a second, is the mic?
Oh.
Hang on. Go ahead.
The little red square button.
Yep.
There, now it should.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for the opportunity to address the board tonight. I appreciate this. My name is Rob Brahms, and I own the business called Record-A-Hit Entertainment, and I also own the building located at 1380 Brummel. We've been there about a year. Previous to that, we've been operating our business in Elk Grove Village on Tunney Road. For 18 years, we purchased the old Tasty Catering building. We love being here in Elk Grove Village. It's terrific for our business, and our business has grown, and that's the reason that we recently moved. We moved to this building. We've put in significant improvements there. We put a new concrete apron on. We completely redid the asphalt on our driveway and parking area, and it's been a good place for us. And so recently we found out that there was a change in the parking regulations on Brummel. The previous parking regulations were no parking 7 p.m. to 7 a.m., which meant our employees could park right in front of our building all day. We found out that there was a change because we started getting tickets on cars parked right in front of our building. So we checked the signs, and there was an additional sign that's now been attached that says only 2-hour parking between 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. So this is causing some difficulties for us. We have many employees, and we also have trucks and vans and things, big equipment in our parking lot. So we've been parking on the street all along since we've been on Brummel, no problem, until this surfaced. So I'm not quite sure how to solve this. Brummel is 1 block long between Lively and Bussey. My ask is that new sign that was installed be removed, and we can park, as we have been parking all along, right in front of our building. We use 3 spots there, and sometimes we'll have a 4th or 5th at our next door neighbors. If for some reason that's not possible, perhaps there's a way to do a decal for parking, for employees cars and have that tied to their license plate. I'm not sure what the solution is, but it's creating a problem for us because we really don't have enough parking, and we had been parking on the street, and now this changed. So I'm hopeful that somehow some solution could be found fairly quickly in our particular case. I did email Tammy Miller last week when we just found out about this, and she forwarded my email indicating my concern. I'm not sure exactly who she forwarded it to. Might be village manager, but I hadn't heard anything back, so I thought, no, I'll just come to the board meeting and see if there's something that can be done. But upon further investigation around the office park, I saw these signs everywhere. These 2-hour parking signs have now been added. So I don't know if it's creating a problem for other businesses in the world's largest office park, but it's creating a problem for us. And as I said, as far as I'm concerned, the solution is, can we take down the sign on Brummel? It's 1 block long. We're not impeding any traffic. But if that can't be done, could we come up with some solution for letting our employees park on the street? Doesn't seem like too much to ask, and all along, it's been working fine for us. We've been parking our cars right in front of our building until we started getting tickets. So if a solution can be determined, that would make it great for us. We just want to park our cars on the street right in front of our business and be happy here. We love being in Elk Grove, very happy being in Elk Grove. And I know that the business park is very important, and we'd just like to find a solution to this problem. But it is a big problem, and we're hoping to find a solution quick.
If I can, Mr. Brown, first off, thank you. Thank you for your business in Elk Grove. I thought you were on Tani, because when it was brought to my attention, I said, I remember seeing the business on Tani forever, because we used to ride our bikes all the time. We used to have,
We were
probably
on the
saw it
route.
Thursday nights. We rode by a million times, training Thursday nights, and quite a few may have disrupted when trying to leave. First off, as far as the parking restrictions, those have been on the books in the village for decades. We always have had a 2-hour parking limit. If you notice, most streets you only park on one side.
Right.
You can't park the other side. And the reason being is, having the biggest business park in North America, there are so many trucks going every day up and down, making deliveries, dropping off, pulling into loading docks, coming out, that cars on both sides would make it prohibitive for them to be able to function in a good way. Now, we did some checking. Am I, Mr. Rollins?
So yeah, I mean, we've looked at some of the Google Street Maps, and we found where those signs have been up for a while. I think dating back to 2008.
2011.
2011, those signs have been there. Why they weren't seen before, we're trying to figure out. But we are empathetic to you, no question. What we're going to do is, Sue Dees is our economic development officer. Her whole job is working with the business community and trying to resolve issues, problems, stuff like that. The reason we can't just allow parking on the street is it would undermine the efforts to keep them moving, people changing, and not just parking there for 8-9 hours at a time, which most workers would when they go to work. It would limit the number of spots available for other people coming on the other side of the street or down. But what Sue can do, and we've done this before, that's why I know we can work this out, is there are businesses right close to you, if not right next to you, that has available parking. And we've worked out parking agreements in the past that have employees park next door to a business. We do that quite a bit, actually, in the village. And that way, 2 things happen. 1, your employees have a nice off-street park location, which is good. And 2, allows the park spots in front of your business if you have clients come by, visitors come by. They would have access to parking instead of parking down 2-3 buildings where there might be an opening. So let us do this before we decide something else. We may have to come up with something different. You're right. We want to make sure you're successful. We want to make sure employees get a chance to park and park close to the work. So we want to try to help you resolve this issue. So Sue will be contacting you this week. We've got your number and all that. We'll make sure she contacts. She's working, I think, this week, right?
She was in today.
Yeah, I thought I saw. So she is in this week, the holiday's over and all that. So I'll make sure she contacts you directly. Your number you gave us on your sheet,
That's the office number.
office, that good on to have a
Oh,
call?
yeah.
Again, her name is Sue Dees,
Okay.
Dees. And she will contact you. And, you know, if there's not an option with parking lot, something like that, we'll see what we can come up with. We've been very, very good with so many business, 5,500, and we've had parking issues before, just like yours. We've been very innovative in finding ways to fix your problem.
Okay.
So let us do that. We want to make sure you're successful in your new place, and your employees are too. So give us a chance to work with you. They'll keep the board updated. I'll be updating, the board will be updated, what's going on step by step. And if we need to come up with something different, we will.
Okay.
We're going to make sure you're going to be fine.
Okay, great.
That I promise you.
Thank you.
Okay? And I'm sorry you had to come tonight. And I'm sorry
that's
you had to
okay.
wait an hour and so long to meet with us.
No worries.
But, and again, you have a pen with you, Mr. Brown?
Yeah.
Let me give you my phone number.
Okay.
It is not a cell phone. I do not have a cell phone. It's my home number, 847-437-8226. You can always reach out to me directly, too. Okay? That's what we're here for.
Great.
Okay?
Thank you.
I thank you for coming tonight, and thank you for being part of the community.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Okay, anything else? Helen, how's the world treating you today?
Very good. Happy New Year, happy health, and everything else for everybody here.
And of course, we'll see the boss on February 3rd at our next coffee. Yeah, I know. Scott, everything good back there?
Everything's good.
Yeah, no problems? Okay. Kids shoving the driveway for you before you get home?
Sure.
Very, very good. Okay. And Samson, how you doing, buddy?
I thought we were gonna retire that day.
Yeah.
No. If you remember the movie, his hair got cut off by Delilah, and she brought him out when he was blinded, and his hair came back. And remember, he pushed the pillars and collapsed and killed all the Visitines or whoever it was. So it'll grow back. So you'll be good. You gonna be working out tomorrow?
Yes.
We'll see you then. Huh?
Don't kill the visitees here.
Yeah, no.
Okay. Anything further? Okay, Mr. Knickerbocker, you got my Clark cleaned off?
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
I bet it is.
And I'm not
He told me
joking.
it was the new guy's job. I gotta get out there and start scraping.
Oh, the rookie. That's
He's
right.
good. He's
He
good.
told me.
No, but you're not the rookie anymore. Oh, yes, you are. Because, no.
I was elected.
She was
Yeah, she was
elected, he was
elected. I
appointed.
just wandered in.
I was
You're not a
elected.
rookie. Kathy's the rookie. You were here before Kathy left.
We came at the same time.
Oh,
No.
I saw you in both same
That's right,
time?
folks. He's the one who runs the town.
Hey, I'm lucky I can remember what date it is, let alone anything else. We're getting older here. Okay, but Mr. Wright, we don't want you around next meeting.
Thank you.
You're gone.
Thank you.
Okay. We need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
A motion by trustee Bush, second by trustee Jerish. That's right, I did swear you guys, even though he was appointed at the same time. Who did I swear in first? Ladies first?
Maybe.
No, she was elected. I think
She
he
was
swore.
elected,
He
it was
swore.
her.
Fine.
And
Okay.
he was
I just
appointed.
wandered in.
Okay, you're the rookie.
He had no
Okay.
idea where he came from.
Take a vote.
There was food here.
We got a motion, second. Jen, I know you're waiting. Will you please call the roll?
Trustee Schmidt?
Aye.
Trustee Bush?
Aye.
Trustee Frankie?
Aye.
Trustee Jerish?
Aye.
The motion to adjourn passes 4-0. Folks, seriously, be careful this weekend with snow coming, cold weather next week, and stay safe. Meeting, Mr. Knickerbocker, is
Adjourned.
adjourned.